Does this answer the question that the governor knew before the lane closures? Does this solve that question?
All this does is present the truth as Bridget Kelly knows it. Finally, she had an opportunity to at least impartially, defense attorney, to partially tell her story what happened, and it'll continue on Monday.
What about the water bottle incident? She talked a little bit about it, but has she talked to you about it a little bit more, in more detail?
Obviously, what she said to me is confidential, but rest assured we've had discussions about that. And as she testified, it was a personally upsetting and emotional experience.
Are we going to hear more about the governor's character moving forward in this trial? Are we expecting more instances like that?
No.
A lot of the coverage is going to end up, though, focusing on maybe abusive behavior by the governor based on what she said. What do you have to say?
Did she suffer that kind of abusive behavior?
Well, you've heard testimony during the course of this trial. I'm surprised that people may be surprised that this type of testimony came out when you consider what other witnesses have said about dealings with various public officials.
Michael, those incidences where she was crying on the stand, how difficult were those particular passages for her?
They are difficult, they were difficult, and I think for the rest of her life, they will be difficult.
How difficult has it been for her to hold on to her story for these 3 years plus and now finally getting it out?
There were times when I, as her attorney, had to say, Bridget, either follow my directions or you have to get another lawyer. And my directions were, let's wait until we have an opportunity to testify in trial before a federal judge in a federal court in a public setting. That's when we'll tell our story. And if you cannot abide by those instructions, then I suggest you get another attorney. Fortunately, she abided by my instructions.
He's attacked your client. If they're throwing a water bottle, technically, guys like me might be in a lot more trouble.
I know, but unfortunately, she's 5'1". It happened 3 years ago. And my job is not to gauge at fistfights for clients. My job is to prove their innocence.
What does she think of Governor Christie as a person?
Well, I think Bridget, after this trial, will have more comments as to the experiences that she had at the governor's office, as well as her relationships with various officials at the governor's office.